Right, it's been a little while, but I have now got the wheels back. Fully stripped, powder coated, relaced with stainless spokes. I've now got brand new tyres on them. The wheels themselves, all the work was done by Phil at Full Circle Wheel Building. He's based between Gloucester and Worcester if you want to check him out. I'll leave a link to his website in my description. But yeah, these came out absolutely fantastic. It's a bit cold in here, so there's a little bit of condensation, but yeah, these are really nice. Powder coating came out really good. The stainless spokes are absolutely beautiful. Much better than what was on there before, which was just rusty spray painted stuff. What else? I have now got the socket that I needed. This is the 17mm socket, which I need to fit into the spindle here. So once I have got all the bits and pieces together for this, such as the brake disc rotor, which I will need. What else we got? We got the brake disc bolts, which I've cleaned up. Some other bits and bobs up there. That's sort of for the rear wheel. It's like the drive rubbers in there, and I believe the brake disc shoes which go in here are being delivered today. I should receive those at some point, but I am going to make a start on putting the front wheel back on the forks. So this is the benefit of buying a bike that comes in a box of random parts. This disc doesn't fit on this wheel. The bolt holes don't line up, and it's not big enough. So that basically means that this disc isn't the disc for this wheel. So I am going to have to get a new one. I mean, it looks like it's the same size as this one when I put them sort of next to each other, but it's not the same disc. So I can't use this brake disc. I don't know what bike this goes to, not a clue. Like I say, it came in that big box of parts that you saw in episode 1, I think. But yeah, this does not fit on there. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. I'm probably going to have to buy a new disc or get another one second hand off eBay or something like that. But yeah, I can't really move forward with the front wheel for now, so I am going to start on the back wheel. Right, so I'm going to assemble the rear brake. So I've got the pads in here. Also in there are the springs, if you can see those. Basically, the springs came off. Where is it? I had a rear brake bag. Here it is. So in here, I did keep parts that obviously I need. Like this is the actual pivoting lever activator thing. But in here, I also had just mainly as a reminder, so I didn't forget bits. But this is the O-ring that goes on the opposite side of here, so it's down on the bottom there. I've also got the old springs, which are in here. They're quite rusty and pretty gross, so I didn't really want to reuse those. And then there was also this weird little, I don't know what it is. It was like a washer or something, but it's like, I think it's made of leather. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, I decided to replace those bits. So I also needed, I noticed, you'll see here, you can see these two holes. They go, oh, I haven't even got it. They go on the pins on the inside of this guy. Where is it? Yeah. So they go, the brake pads sit on top of these. But then what I noticed was I was missing the split pins and also this plate that goes over the top there. Now, these are all OEM parts. I got all these from a website called Fowler's Parts. I used them on my last bike as well. They're actually really good and they're pretty affordable too. So if you, I don't know if they ship worldwide. I have never needed to look. But basically, if you are looking for parts that you just can't get anywhere else, like I wouldn't even know what to search for this. But they've got all the exploded diagram drawings that come from the service manual and stuff, so you can just easily pick out your part numbers. And yeah, I think I've got I think this is like a wear indicator, and then this is the, if you can't really see it in there, but this is that little felt washer thing. The split pins, I've got two of these, and then the pads themselves. The pads I just got off eBay because these are just consumables, no big deal. This not sure I've shown yet, but this is the brake cover. This was powder coated at the same time as the wheels, so that looks pretty tasty. I'm going to get this assembled and then yeah, go from there. So I know that probably wasn't the most obvious thing in the world, so I'll see if I can walk you through it a little bit. Basically, so the first thing I did was I put this little pin guy through, so that's there. And then what happens is these just slot over these pins. What I found was I know it's probably easy to maybe take the springs out, put them on, then put the springs back on, but I couldn't be bothered. I was kind of being lazy. So what I found was easier than trying to get these in line and then trying to pull these apart to fit around this guy. You probably saw I actually fitted them so they were this side, pulled them apart, pinched them on there, and then just rotated the whole thing around and slotted them down onto the pins. So you can see here that plate has gone on, and then the split pins go through the main body of these pins here. I just put a little copper grease on these bits and then a bit of normal grease in there, just to sort of keep it a little bit weather tight, keep some of the moisture out anyway. Yeah, and then this guy should, my hands are full. This guy should hopefully just drop straight in here. Yes, I just took a little bit of wiggling. That's in now. That's nicely seated. Can't remember that. It's a little bit tight, I think, because it's brand new pads, and I mean, obviously there's no powder coat on the inside of here, but I can turn it by hand, not one hand. It's rocking about all over the place, but I can turn this. It's just a little bit stiff. I think as soon as the bike actually starts going, it'll wear in pretty quick. But yeah, pretty happy with that. So what's next is I think I will have to check which order these go in, but I'm pretty sure it's the little felt washer thing that goes on next, and then I think that fills in that gap there, and then this wear indicator goes on afterwards. I will double check, but I'm pretty sure that's it. Where is it? It's up here somewhere, I think it's this guy. This is the rear brake rod, which has been sat here since forever. This stuff's all been cleaned and painted as well, but that is the brake side all done. The opposite side is pretty easy. It's just the drive rubbers. Where are they? Here, drive rubbers, and the other powder coated part, which is the sprocket carrier. Let's see if I can get this out. Yeah, the sprocket carrier. That's obviously had all new bearings and everything. I bought some new stainless bolts for it. They'll just chuck some Loctite on there, and you know, when the sprocket goes on, that'll look really nice. Yeah, so obviously that will go on the other side of the wheel. It is just a case of flipping this guy round. I don't know if I'm going to put these on just yet, because I don't want them to fall off while I'm moving this around, so maybe I'll keep these separate for now. Yeah, I'm going to flip this over, get driver rubbers in, and then fit the sprocket carrier. Okay, we are back. So it's been a couple of days, but I have got my new brake disc. It's not perfect. Obviously, it's not like black around the inside or anything, but whatever. It fits. That's all that matters. It fits on the wheel. Something else I noticed was this brand new sprocket, which I was intending to fit. I thought I would check against the back wheel. Doesn't fit. Bolt holes don't line up. So with that in mind, I also thought I would check the front sprocket, and that has the wrong amount of teeth, so I've had to take that off. Luckily, you can buy chain and sprocket kits, so I'm just going to get one of those with the right sprockets and everything. But I thought I'd gotten away with not having to buy a front sprocket and a rear sprocket because I had them brand new in the box, but clearly they're not for this bike, much like a lot of the parts we've found. So the plan is new disc. It's going to go on the wheel. I'm going to put the bolts in, get that bolted up, and then hopefully get that back on the front. Oh man, it's been a long time coming, but I mean, that, I can't even get it all in the same shot. That is gonna look so good. So I've got the axle through, that went through pretty easily. All the grease came out the other side, so that's nice. The only thing I haven't done, I haven't torqued this up and I haven't pinched these bolts down. But what I want to do first is, because I've added loads of extra weight onto this, and obviously the back wheel's not on yet, this whole thing's starting to tilt over that way. So I want to raise this up a little bit more, get this off the ground, or possibly even lower it, so this can actually take the weight a little bit as well as the stand. But yeah, I'm really pleased with that. That's gone on really nicely. Yeah, once it's sort of a bit more secure, I think I'll probably move it around, especially once I've got the back wheel on. That's going to be an interesting one, because I don't know whether hardtailing this has caused any warping or anything like that. Hopefully the wheel still fits in there. I did try and have a quick little go, but it's a little bit tight, so I think what I'm going to have to do is just make sure I've definitely got all these bits all seated properly. I think this can go in a little bit more, to be fair. And then on the opposite side, the drum brake, make sure that's fully seated. Yeah, and then it will be time to put this guy on.
Firstly, apologies for not getting it on camera, but it was a bit of an ordeal. I've managed to get the back wheel on now. So this is the bike in its rolling chassis form, I guess. Yeah, I managed to put the side stand on so I can get it off of the off of the lift. But yeah, this is looking really nice. I've had a sit on it and it's really comfy. I'm just looking at the frame. It's a little bit higher on the front than it is at the back, so maybe I've got a bit of scope to drop these down a bit, lower it a little. But it looks pretty nice as it is, to be fair. Yeah, like I say, this is just a sort of test fit of the back wheel. I still need to get the sprocket on there. So that will come off again. Obviously it needs to come off so I can fit the rear fender there. But yeah, this is looking pretty good so far. Hopefully I've left enough space for the rear fender to actually go on. Otherwise this might not have one, but we'll see. Where is it? Here. So yeah, that has to sit in this gap. And yeah, hopefully I've left enough space for that. But we shall see. That's a problem for future me, no doubt. But yeah, this is looking really nice. I'm really pleased with how I've got on with this so far. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it.